new card. What do you think?
Oh.
Very nice.
Picked up the printers yesterday.
That's nice coloring.
That's bone. And the lettering is something called Cillian Braille.
That's very cool, Wells. But that's nothing.
That is really nice.
Egg yolk with Romalian type. What do you think?
Nice.
Jeez, that's super. How did a nitwit like you get so tasteful?
I can't believe that Kane prefers Joey's card to mine. Let's see Ben Kane's card. Look at that clean white coloring. The tasteful thickness of it. Oh my gosh. It even has a watermark. This week on Cinematic Observations, we take a look at the year 2000 motion picture American Psycho. Is it a movie or is it a film? Any motion picture is a movie until we deem it a film. Was the entire plot line of this movie even real?
There are not enough psychos in this movie.
I completely disagree.
Welcome back to Cinematic Observations. My name is Benjamin Kane.
And my name is Randall Wells.
Today we consider the movie American Psycho, released in the year 2000.
American Psycho chronicles the tale of Christian Charles Philip Bale's character, Patrick Bateman, a wealthy yet sociopathic businessman from New York City. Now, it may just be me, but New York is in America.
And he is a psycho.
This movie gets a 100 out of 100 in its title accuracy. The story begins at the world-famous restaurant Dorsia, where we are introduced to Patrick's ragtag group of work associates. One of these men, by the name of Paul Allen, played by Jared Joseph Leto, is a more successful man of business.
Jealous of Alan's success, Patrick develops an insatiable bloodlust for him. Later that week, Patrick takes the life of Alan, igniting an investigation by Detective Donald Kimball, played by Willem J. Dafoe. Detective Kimball seems to be hot on Patrick's case, but the evidence is shockingly scarce.
Throughout the rest of the movie, Patrick strings together an overabundance of murders, finally culminating in a one-night rampage of epic proportions. Forlorn at what he had done, he attempts to turn himself in. However, upon talking to his lawyer, the man to which he confessed, he discovers something surprising.
But what did he discover? Well, we'd have to be psychos to tell you that.
Christian Charles Philip Bale's acting in this motion picture really killed the competition.
In more ways than one.
Yes.
And actually, his acting was so convincing to Randall and I that at the end of the movie, I had to go on Google and look him up just to make sure he wasn't in jail somewhere.
Truly, we believe that he had killed all those people.
Yeah.
And Christian Bale's acting was exquisite, but we would like to give an honorable mention to the detective Willem J. Dafoe.
Yes, he did a good job.
Very convincing.
Very convincing as a detective, but it just didn't reach that level that Christian Bale did.
No, it did not.
And as amazing as the acting in this movie was, without the phenomenal writing, the actors would have nothing to say.
Absolutely. The story in this motion picture really brings it home.
Because the story is so dark and disturbing. And quite honestly, it was spooky.
Yeah.
While we were watching the movie, I had shivers running up and down my spine.
Me too.
But at the same time, it was funny.
It was bitingly satirical.
Yes, bitingly. It stung when I
Yes.
watched the movie because it made me think about the facades that we as a society put up and the masks that we walk around in, trying to cover up who we really are.
Absolutely.
And I just thought that was brilliant.
Brilliant. And from the very first shot of this movie, from the intro, where the blood is dripping on the clean white surface, you know that you're in for a treat.
That's right. And really, from that first shot, it sets the groundwork for the rest of the movie.
Yes.
The cinematography is clean. It's pure. But it juxtaposes that with the evilness of the movie, which I think is really profound.
Absolutely. And something that me and Benjamin enjoyed about Patrick Bateman was that he took care of himself. He was so physically fit and very sharply dressed.
And honestly, it's hard not to appreciate someone who understands the value of taking care of yourself.
I absolutely agree. Truly, he understands that beauty is all on the exterior, and that's what really matters.
And so for all the good that American Psycho does, there's also some bad.
That's right. In this movie, Patrick Bateman, he's a bad guy.
He's not nice.
And frankly, he's a murderer. And in my opinion, murder is illegal.
Very illegal.
And it is hard to root for someone who's such a bad guy.
Because you want to, because he's the protagonist.
It's true.
But you can't.
No.
And another thing, the characters in this motion picture.
I have to go return some videotapes.
And speaking of evil, this movie was full of it. And in fact, at the end, there's no redemption.
Not at all.
There's nothing good to come out of it.
No, there's not.
You want a happy ending most of the time.
Yes.
Or at least just some glimmer of hope. But this movie had none. It left me feeling empty.
Yes, very sad. So in conclusion, the two of us have discussed that we can look past the small things that we didn't like about this motion picture.
And if you look past those small things, you see something shining underneath.
And truly what is shining underneath is
A film!